Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Blank Check, and we're talking about Season 6, Episode 6, No Second Prances. If you want to see my full reaction, hit up one of the links below. Otherwise, keep watching for my review. And I'm sure you guys have things to do, so let's not waste any time. Let's begin this great and powerful recap. As we open, Twilight is teaching Starlight how to set the dinner table without magic. You know, like those filthy earth ponies. Starlight. Empty your mind of everything that doesn't have to do with fine dining. Fine dining and breathing. This plate represents your head. The spoon is your heart. And the knives are for when I need to stab you for disobeying me, Starlight. We learn that Celestia is coming to dinner. Oh boy, I can't wait for Nicole Oliver to deliver all those lines and give her character plenty of development. But for Twilight, this means everything needs to be perfect, including the progress of her star pupil. So she gives Starlight a mission to make a new friend by supper time tomorrow. Otherwise, the fourth seat at the table would be really lonely. So Starlight brings up magically enslaving the entire population of Ponyville. Heh. Huh? That's the look of someone who's trying to play off a joke on the surface, but is secretly hoping she'd get permission to enslave ponies. To be fair, it would be a lot easier. Fortunately though, Pinky's got her covered. She's got connections.
Can I help?
Oh yeah, bacon! Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. And Mrs. Cake is the friendliest mother in all of Ponyhowza Wowza! Mrs. Cake is not pleased by the threats to her livelihood. Dear Princess Twilight, today I learned that you should not show up the baker in 2 seconds flat with your superior unicorn master race magic. Also, that cake is filled with a disturbing amount of metal. Guess ponies have to get their iron somehow. Maybe we'll have better luck apple bucking with Big Mac. I hear he's a friendly guy, albeit the quiet type. Just get him in a dress, then he'll talk. But Starlight can fix that. After all, her first instinct is to magically command ponies. Our protagonist, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I say, this is quite a conundrum. A real sticky wicket. Tea and crumpets. Long live the queen. Blast. I would like to apologize to members of all nations for that one. Uh-oh, Starlight. You've upset the element of honesty. Equestrian law decrees you now have to admit something embarrassing on a public forum. Now everyone's going to know about your Flutterdash fanfiction. I personally gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The romance was there, but it could have been a little more saucy. But I guess it's time to check up on Rarity.
I have a top-notch idea.
Alright.
Pastel silk here and here.
Denim.
Crinoline underneath.
Leather
You
jacket.
think a new outfit will help me meet ponies?
You'll be a greaser. First impressions are everything, darling. With the right outfit, you can do anything. In 3 weeks, darling. I feel like Dress Horse has managed ensembles much more quickly than that. It looks like Starlight doesn't have that preferential treatment card just yet. But in the meantime, how about a clearance hat? Yeah, no time for hornholes, this is fashion we're talking about. You can have my cheap junk? Oh, that's a little small.
Maybe not.
Oh no, unicorn problems. With that being a bust, Rainbow takes new Twilight aside and speaks the real truth. You gotta be cool if you want friends. Like Spitfire, let's go to Cloudsdale. I'm pretty sure Rainbow's just trying to find an excuse to get more FaceTime with her idol. Also, great sonic boom effect right there. But then Starlight utters the most incomprehensible line in the history of the entire series. What's a Wonderbolt? Just leave right now. There is no redemption for you. Go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. The sight of you sickens me. So Rainbow sends Starlight to a timeout with Fluttershy, where, oh come on, at least give them a chance. And wow, I can't believe Angel warmed up to Starlight so quickly. He relates to wanting to enslave the entire pony race. But really, I'm sure Celestia would be fine if Starlight brought Harry the Bear to supper. He'd probably make better company than Cranky. Lyrabon spotted, add it to the list. Starlight stresses out like a weirdo, and then we're back to the spa, Equestria's second best problem-solving location after Zecora's hut of zebra wisdom. Here, she relaxes with a nice cucumber facial and makes an acquaintance who seems to understand her troubled past better than anyone else in town. They make quick friends.
Tell me about it.
Oh.
You ever have one of those days?
Oh.
For me, they're all one of those days.
Yes. Should I hit the shipping button now or wait a while? Ever have one of those days? You know, one of those days where you upstage a baker, turn a farm pony British, and make a mortal enemy out of a flying rainbow horse? Oddly enough, yes I do. Cut to Twilight, who delivers maybe the best line of the season so far.
I'm beginning to think that after friendship, the greatest magic of all is proper silverware placement! I made a new friend! That's fantastic!
Starlight returns to tell Twilight of her success. She has a great new friend. She has a powerful new friend. Oh, yes.
Princess.
Oh, snap. You see that face? She is here to cause trouble, and Starlight is just so elated.
You know each other?
This is wonderful. And Trixie's return is made brilliant through these character expressions. You can tell Twilight is instantly suspicious, and Trixie came prepared to show her up. I do enjoy myself some Lulamoon in an episode, and the writers bring her back in all her arrogant, stuck-up glory. Trixie's preparing a new grand stage show, the Humble and Penitent Trixie's Equestrian Apology Tour. You know, Thapteat. So Twilight brings up her biases and concerns to Starlight, which are not unfounded, but her pupil throws them right back in her face. We get some more reminders about Celestia's hooves-off teaching method and Starlight's insecurities, but who cares because Trixie's busy being fabulous. I shall create the silverware in the shape of my own image. Unfortunately, Ponyville does not seem to trust Trixie. Gee, I wonder why. She makes a pretty resonant remark about forgiveness and grudges. Every pony always says they'll give you a second chance, but deep down, they never forget. Trust is easy to lose and hard to earn back. And this leads to a key scene between Starlight and Trixie that has a really solid effect on the magician's character. She admits her mistakes and explains that her actions in the past were a result of jealousy towards Princess Purple. This is something that most viewers could probably glean from her past, but hearing it come straight from the horse's mouth is pretty significant nonetheless. As Trixie is taking Starlight to her great and powerful wagon, a wild alicorn bush appears. Starlight excuses herself, saying there's something stuck in her hoof. This line had a weird effect on me. Sometimes I forget they're horses and the writers have to remind me, despite the fact that they're clearly cartoon horses. Anyway, flashbacks to Lesson 0 ensue, then we meet another Bush. Nice to meet you, Bush. Oh my god, it's Vinyl Scratch. Twilight even says DJ Pone 3. This is a wonderful, wonderful moment. And Vinyl has literally no idea what's going on. Twilight just made the shape of Starlight with her hooves, and Vinyl figured she was leading her to the bowling alley. Next up, Derpy face planting into a sign. Don't worry, it's part of her usual morning routine. And hey, Cranky's having a great time, he'd be a perfect friend. Starlight confronts Twilight once again, explaining that she needs to learn things on her own, even if it means making mistakes. Being tethered to her mentor would only stifle her ability to make friends. And Twilight's distrust of someone she claimed to forgive does not reflect well on her opinion of Starlight. We as viewers can see why, because even with a redemption, you cannot subdue Trixie's great and powerful ego. However, Starlight's on the defensive and does make some good points. Then Starlight informs Trixie that she is better than Twilight at something, her showmanship, showmareship, which leads Trixie to consider a ridiculous maneuver, the Moonshot Manticore Mouth Dive. Sounds like something you'd see at a Wonderbolt show, but Starlight wouldn't know that. It's a trick pulled off by Hoofdini himself. Launch straight into a manticore's mouth, literally get eaten, and make it out alive. This is someone's fetish. I can help, Trixie. My superior magical prowess will come in handy. poor, weak Trixie can't even perform the simple task of disappearing and instantly rematerializing somewhere else. It's a crying shame. So, the wise and thoughtful Trixie decides to literally put her life into the hooves of her brand new friend assistant. Alright, this magic show will be off the hook. That poster is pretty marvelous.
We're gonna
Whoa.
blow them away tonight.
Yeah, with my Dragon Ball. Marvelous. But the show is the same time as the dinner. Oh no! That trope kind of annoys me, but I'm glad they didn't go the route of her trying to be in both places at once. Instead, Trixie guilts Starlight into helping her, with a subtle reminder that she will actually be digested by a ferocious beast otherwise. No pressure, right? Then, Celestia shows up for her key role. She levitates a fork and we witness the wisdom of millennia right in front of our eyes. What could she be thinking? Pondering the frailty of her subject's mortality? The next move she'll make in her grand Game of Thrones? How easy it would be to gouge out Twilight's eyes for making her wait? Sunbutt manages to be the best character of the episode without any lines. This is beautiful. That is all. Twilight leaves to grab her favorite novel, Lost Amongst the Artichokes, and I imagine this quartet hit it off miraculously.
Trixie.
Oh, death stare. So here's our big confrontation. Starlight is brushing off Princess Celestia by leaving her stranded in a sea of exquisite silverware, and Princess Friendship is irate that her pupil would dare choose to hang out with a friend. Then Trixie sticks a great and powerful hoof in her mouth by declaring her victory, because she is addicted to competition and sucks at communication in general. Fun fact, if she does not vent out her ego every 3 statements, the pressure will become too much and her head will explode. And now Starlight feels betrayed by one friend and belittled by the other, leaving Trixie with a solo act and Twilight with one bored princess. But Trixie's fine. She's not sad. She's not going to eat an entire tub of ice cream tonight while watching her soap operas. She makes Twilight feel the crushing weight of guilt, and we cut to the pathetic and friendless Trixie's "way to go dum-dum, you really messed it up this time" repentance tour. You know, to paft with der mutert. Lyrebon spotted again, booyah! Trixie brings out the Manticore. How does she afford all these exotic props? Was this stuffed in her wagon with everything else? Or did she just catch a live Manticore in the Everfree Forest earlier tonight? Either way, she continues her monotone explanation of what's going to happen, including the part where she does not have her assistant for the night. Cue Twilight approaching Starlight and giving her approval of her own choices. Starlight, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose. Just do not pick your friend's nose. Which is a really good thing, because Trixie is literally throwing herself into the jaws of death at this very moment. She would actually die here without intervention, and she does not have that much reason to think anyone's coming to her rescue. This is kind of dark. And then she prays aimlessly to Starlight. Starlight, Star Bright, you're the friend I lost tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. Please don't let me die this flight. Oh god, I've made a terrible mistake. I'm actually going to die here. Holy crap. This was a terrible mistake. Well, show's over, I guess. Wait. Behold!
Behold! The fate and powerful Trixie!
Yay, Trixie! You did it! You didn't die horribly. Congratulations? Oh no, not the hat. Her great and powerful hat is ruined. By the way, I ship it with Applejack's hat. So Starlight has a new friend, Trixie has a friend, and at least some mutual respect forms between Trixie and Twilight. This is a pretty sweet resolution. But it's not over yet. The ice pony had way too much to drink and lost his head a bit, But that doesn't mean the rest of our attendants aren't still ready to party. Cranky asks the question we've all been waiting for, and Nicole Oliver gives perhaps her best delivery of any episode. Wow, that was cute. Oh my god.
How do you get your hair to do that all the time?
Oh wow. Picture perfect ending. I really liked this episode. It is one of my favorites of the season. Maybe even my favorite so far. Once again, the writing for Starlight was just so on point. They are making it so easy to empathize with her self-referential and somewhat self-deprecating comments. She's not shying away from her past mistakes, she's using them to add comedy to deflate awkward situations. And she rightfully stood up to Twilight to defend her own judgment and try to find a way to validate her own redemption by showing that Trixie has changed as well. And she has, not to the degree of Starlight, but in a way that I think is realistic for the character that was established in the past. I love that Trixie still has her ego, and she's not directly trying to atone, but she is trying to be better. She is sorry for what she did, but she is not fundamentally changed. We also see that she can still make mistakes. She still slips up. It's a lot like Discord. After his redemption, he was still chaotic, just chaotic good. And these are the sorts of arcs that I really appreciate. It's also something that gives Twilight's opinion a little credence. Twilight does end up in the wrong here, but it's hard to blame her completely because Trixie is still so egotistical. Regardless of if she has good intentions, their personalities just do not mix. And I think I can relate to that. I love Trixie as a character in this show, but if I knew Trixie in real life, I would not be able to stand being in the same room as her for more than a minute. With that in mind, I don't think anyone's character came out of this really damaged. Mistakes were made on both sides, and they grew from it. That makes for a very appropriate storyline for this show. Aside from that, there was just some really good comedy here. Starlight's freak out, the passive-aggressive moments between Twilight and Trixie, incredible dining etiquette, fun moments with Derpy, Vinyl, and Cranky, and the crowning achievement, the princess of the sun herself, just once again losing her patience with Twilight. That is a recurring theme I can get behind. And poor Big Mac has never been so afraid. Overall, a really solid, entertaining, and ultimately heartfelt episode from start to finish. Season 6 has been pretty interesting so far, and I hope they keep it up. We will see as time goes on. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, play me off, Mr. Editor.
Hey, maybe I'll just force friendships by magically enslaving the entire population of Ponyville! Starlight?
I don't know if she was kidding there. Starlight! That hurts people!
Wowza, wowza!
Oh no! I'm speaking fancy! Oh no.
Can't be friends with some pony who doesn't talk.
Oh, you've angered Applejack.
What's a wonderbolt?
Oh wow.
You've never heard of the wonderbolt? Enslaving villages, I guess. Right.
Oh my goodness.
Stop stressing! We've had our differences. What matters is Twilight gave me a second chance, and I appreciate it.
Oh wow. That is fantastic.
I spend a lot of time on the road with my wagon, so it might be messy.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I'm pretty good at organizing stuff. Magic props, brainwashed crowds.
Oh gee.
I think there's something.
Hello,
Nice
Bush.
to meet you. You can come out.
Oh wow. Oh!
Trust you.
Come on, Twilight.
Really say who said what? I know I can't. Starlight's kind
Yeah.
of afraid of.
She's a unicorn.
What about
I'm a
Please.
Oh my
Twilight.
goodness!
We call it assistant in the magician biz.
Who is very...
I'll introduce everyone. Our friendship lesson
Wow.
is going so
Everyone.
well. She made 3 new friends.
Oh my god!
Taste in friends.
Oh, this is
Where
wonderful!
learn that.
Oh, Derpy!
I thought you said nose hair trimmers. What's going on? I'm hungry. And my nose is too hairy.
Cranky did. It's a working title. This is going to be the greatest night of my
Tortoise, not turtle.
Come and see the pathetic and friendless
Oh.
Trixies. Way to go, dum-dum. You really messed it up this time. Repentance tour.
Oh my god.
It's a working title. Behold,